One Zambia, One Nation, thank you so much for joining us on the news desk. This is Zanis News with me, Amos Zulu. Let us take a look at the top stories. RIA lights up Kalomo district. Mwinlunga Jimbe Road to boost economic trade. Construction of CDF-funded Likaka Health Post in Sikongo District nears completion. And in sports news, boxing board confident of international wins from Zambian boxers. Another news in detail. The Rural Electrification Authority, RIA, has embarked on a solar power project in Sipatuniana Chiefdom in Kalomo District of Southern Province. The project seeks to boost economic activities for about 2,000 members of various women-led cooperatives in the district. Details in the following report.
About 2,000 members of various women cooperatives at Nkolongozia area or Sipatuniana Chiefdom in Kalomo District have for a long time sought to venture into chicken rearing and cooking oil processing projects, but have been unable to do so due to lack of electricity in the area. But now, the Rural Electrification Authority, RIA, has embarked on a $55,000 United States solar project to provide the needed power to the cooperatives at Nkolongozia.
The project will be implemented at a cost of $55,404.62 US dollars. The scope of the project is such that we'll have 3 high-powered solar systems for the school, for the community there, and the households behind here. We'll also have 100 solar home systems for the household. We are also putting up water pump, solar water pump for 100 liters.
The initiative comes as a result of a memorandum of understanding between RIA and the Non-Governmental Gender Organizations Coordinating Council, NGOCC, to boost the productivity of women in rural areas by connecting them to electricity.
As the women's movement, we have been advocating for legal and policy reforms that would not only promote women's empowerment but gender equality at all levels. We are particularly happy that the conceptualization of this project, particularly targeted towards the empowerment of women in this project, in this community, is actually being actualized now.
The project site has since been handed over to the contractor.
We shall be on site as soon as this program is done to begin the work, and we pledge to deliver actually before the 3 months duration.
The development has cheered residents in the area as it will not only benefit the women but also Siamwamvwa Primary School and the surrounding community.
The right also we will be a blessing to all the families. We have a challenge on the chicken rearing because of rights.
With the coming of power, I think we shall be able to, to buy computers for our children so that they can use. It's a really good thing that RIA has done for us. We really thank them so much.
Ronia Sakala, Zanis, in Kalomo District, Southern Province.
Chiwena Bridge, which connects Mumbwa and Chibombo districts via the Landless Corner Road, has been washed away by heavy rains. Mumbwa Town Council Chairperson Charlie Masumo has since advised motorists to avoid using the Mumbwa Landless Road after the bridge was partly washed away by a heavy downpour. Mr. Masumo appealed to the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit to come to the aid of the traveling public and repair the damaged bridge to prevent loss of lives. Krugas Yankulu reports that school-going children and motorists on either sides of the damaged bridge were failing to cross.
The Landless Corner Mumbwa Road is an economic road that requires periodic maintenance for goods and services to be taken closer to the consumers. However, the people of Chiwena area woke up to a rude shock to find the bridge has been washed away by heavy rainfall. Mumbwa Town Council Chairperson Charlie Masumo, who rushed to the area, has described the situation as a death trap.
The school children cannot cross. The mothers who are supposed to go for antenatal cannot cross. So this road actually is very dangerous. So what I'm urging, especially the motorists, I urge them not to use this road. Because the road is now becoming a death trap. We need to wait for the government to work on this road.
And Mumbwa District Administrative Officer Dr. Smasik Nawa says the bridge requires urgent attention.
Not to use the road for now, as government works on the road. It's an urgent matter. This is the economic road that links Lusaka to Mumbwa, and it requires the attention it deserves, and government is addressing the issue of the road.
Meanwhile, the road users have also raised their concerns.
Is to put, if you can put barrier tape, because there are some people can be convinced to pass through this area, and this can cause a lot of casualties. So what can be done is just a temporary measure. If you put some barrier tape, just warning signs to pedestrians
coming from Mumbwa going to Chibombo. Unfortunately, when I reached the Chwena Bridge has been washed away. So whoever is coming from Chibombo or coming from Mumbwa, be careful because the road is for now blocked.
Krugasyankulu, Zanis, Mumbwa.
Meanwhile, government has embarked on a routine maintenance program of old water dams to enhance provision of water to communities for drinking and farming activities. Lusaka Province Permanent Secretary Robert Kamalata has inspected the Lutuba Dam in Chongwe District, which was constructed in 1991 after it recently went routine maintenance. Mr. Kamalata urged local people to look after the infrastructure.
The Ministry of Water Development and Sanitation has planned to construct 16 water dams across the country in 2023 so as to enable people, especially those living in farming blocks, to have access to water for farming, among other activities. The government has also embarked on a maintenance program of old water dams that include Lituba Dam in Rufunsa that was constructed in 1991. Lusaka Province Permanent Secretary Robert Kamalata has visited Lituba Dam and wants the local people to take care of the infrastructure.
So now as a committee, I want to tell you that look after this dam. It is your property. It was a gift from the government. In as much as you look after it, even as government, we are coming to help and work with you.
Abigail Mailenge is the Water Resources Development Officer for Rufunsa District.
So this dam was constructed in 1991 by Ministry of Agriculture under the Rural Investment Fund. So this dam is it's currently serving 4 villages that are surrounding the area for gardening activities, irrigation, livestock.
Local people are elated with the maintenance program, and this is what they had to say to the government.
We are willing to work with the government. We really need your help, and we are so happy. We especially seeing you, and I'm told this is the only dam in Rufunsa, which is well. As it is, okay, it is well, but with your help, I know we will improve.
Jonathan reporting for Zanis News in Rufunsa District, Lusaka Province.
One of the stories making headlines in our news, Chieftainess Ikelengi has commended government for engaging the Angolan government over the construction of a road, rail and pipeline through Jimbe border for enhanced business and trade between the two countries. The Mwilunga Jimbe Road in Ikelengi District provides Zambia and the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, with the shortest and cheapest possible route to the sea through the Lobito corridor in Angola. Join Victor Mwila with the following report.
On the fringes of the country, about 340 kilometers west of Solwezi in northwestern province, sits Ikelengi district on a potentially important trade route bordering Angola and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. President Hakainde Hichilema's recent visit to Angola for talks to build a road and a rail connection between Zambia and that country through Jimbe border in Ikelengi district has generated expectations in this tiny border town of about 45,000 people.
Hosha mkwaka howai, hosha nukufunisha ngamanji muitunga dangora na kuleta ngamunu muitunga da Zambia. Himazo anzangarisha nankashi. Chenyi nawa himanji howai, hosha ni hansangu yanjanji. muronga injanje aitachikiride ilanga na kuhwerere kuti president hakainde hichirema muronga hiri yara dakora dina kuira nukuhoshamu nukuiramu.
Seeing what the ministers have been writing, signing in Angola, we are very much pleased. We are very happy because for development to come to Ikeleng, it will mean the pushing of things by the president. And this is what he has done exactly.
Ikeleng Member of Parliament Elijah Mchima has assured the people of Northwestern Province that the government will deliver on its promises to unlock trade with Angola through Jimbe border.
Angola will open up. There will be a lot of traffic on this road and there will be a lot of activity. I'm very happy and I commend what President Hakainde is doing.
The Mwinulunga-Jimbe Road, though in a deplorable state today, can provide Zambia and the DRC with the shortest and cheapest possible route to the sea through the Lobito corridor with access to a market of more than 1.2 billion consumers according to the African Development Bank. Victor Mwila for Zanis, in Ikeleng, Northwestern Province.
Thank you, Victor, for that report. Also in the news, in Sama Town Council, Chairperson David Siame has expressed concern over the poor state of the Roma Kakoma Mupandi Road in Sama district of Northern Province. Mr. Siame, who inspected the road that links the district to Mupandi and Chiputu villages, says the bad state of the road has made it difficult for people to deliver goods and services. He disclosed that the Food Reserve Agency has equally failed to collect the maize purchased during the 2022 crop marketing season due to the poor state of the road. Mr. Siame notes that over 10,000 by 50 kilogram bags of maize are still in the satellite depot in the area after FRA failed to take them to the main sheds. Earlier, residents of Mupandi and Chiputu villages complained over the deplorable state of the road. Maureen Mulenga says residents have also been faced with difficulties to access Kakoma Rural Health Center due to the state of the road.
This is Kaloma Kakoma Road in Insama district. About 10,000 people have been cut off. We have clinics, schools, but you know, even if there's a problem at the clinic or we have a referral, the vehicle can't come here. We have even maize which hasn't been transported but bought by FRA, which is here. We have over 10,000 bags of maize here, maroon, can't be moved because of the road. So appealing to the central government as rural government to be assisted so that we do this road.
Mwana pakika koma clinic. Namba miendele twechushiwa. Ubushi kutwaleteyo mwana tomete mailo pasani pa mulungu. Ameshinga masangere falo kele. Yale fika mumu sana. Namba maonda yali kano kupita. Namba mwanshi na alwala. Amajinga bale kano kuchofa. Abatule kishika pa musebo. Fa maternity tulesenda buntu abana ku maternity. Techipapi mwana muluma ero ameshisha fika mumu sana. Chotela kufa no musebo fa tuposte kufa amana. Wale ngwa kutupa chipu ya kwanza makuta musenda shani. Ambulance pansa mayefe kusafa kana paka koma. Kashi batupele kufa urusi batumele ku musebo oyu. Kwante nenda kana complaina atuwafi abengi ngabengi ba complaina.
About 1,000 beekeeping farmers in Nyimba district are receiving support and sponsorship from the community markets for conservation, Komako. The honey from the beekeepers is processed and packaged at the Komako honey processing plant within Nyimba district.
Beekeeping is one of the lucrative businesses in Nyimba district in Eastern Province, mainly because of the availability of the buyer of the product. At least 1,000 beekeepers are selling their honey to the community markets for conservation, Komako honey processing plant in Nyimba. The plant processes about 60 tons of honey annually.
Their benefits are that I think they're able to conserve the trees in the communities. That's the biggest one of them all. And then they're able, since honey is in 2 seasons, we have the June and the December one, they're able to pay for their school fees, their children's school fees. because we give them the best price on the market, and they're able to appreciate nature, and that trees are very important to us.
Apart from supporting and sponsoring beekeepers in Nyimba, Komako is also promoting forest conservation in Senior Chief Luembe's area. About 15,000 hectares of forest are being taken care of under the Komako Carbon Project. Senior Chief Luembe of the Nsenga people in Nyimba district explains the many benefits derived from the Carbon Project.
The benefits that the people have seen in conservation is, apart from preventing the adverse climate change, there is also a token of appreciation that the people are receiving from Komako. So that is used to develop the community and the well-being of the people in these areas.
Kalwe Hanzuki, reporting in Nyimba.
On a sad note, a 34-year-old woman of Mwamfuli village in Chief Kasoma Bangweolu's chiefdom in Samfya district has died after a pit latrine she was in collapsed. Lupili Ward Councillor Innocent Mushinge confirmed the incident, saying this happened on Wednesday, January 18, 2023, around 08 hours. He said it was after hearing the deceased children crying that the neighbors were alerted to the unforeseen situation. After frantic efforts, the neighbors managed to retrieve the lifeless body from the pit latrine. The body of the deceased has since been deposited to Samfya District Hospital mortuary, awaiting burial, and relatives suspect no foul play. Now, the face of Sikongo district in Western Province is changing following the commencement of construction of decent public infrastructure in various sectors, among them health, education, and agriculture. Eric Chwala reports that Sikongo district is constructing a health facility using the Constituency Development Fund CDF to enhance delivery of health services to the people in the remote parts of the district. Likaka Health Post is among the 40 infrastructure projects being financed under CDF in the district and is expected to be complete in February this year.
By use of the increased constituency development funds, the UPND government has continued with its agenda of not only upgrading, but construction of new public infrastructure robustly. Among the various public infrastructure development projects being undertaken includes health posts, schools, and staff houses for government workers. In Dikaka area of Sikongo district, government is constructing a health post which has been an unceasing demand by the community for over 5 years since the district was created.
So here we are at Dikaka Health Post. This is one of the projects that we prioritized for 2022 CDF. And I think I'm happy to see the progress that is the contractor has made so far. This project is just less than a month. And I'm very sure, looking at the pace at which the contractor is moving, that by end of next month, this project will be completed.
The project has excited the receiving community due to the various challenges that it is set to address pertaining to access to professional healthcare services.
Nelunyanda kwa mulaho koluzwa, neluyela ngasipatela mwabuse wanu kamwaliumba, neluyela ngasipatela kwa mwandi. Chole kuna kuli bana baluna ne bashwela mwalinzila. Bana baluna ne bapuluhela mwalinzila. Neluna ni manyando ama tunahulu. Kikafo nelulilo ka hulu kuli kambe lufuma na spatela.
Not only is this project going to benefit the community through health service delivery, but the project carries opportunities of employment and empowerment to youths of Sikongo.
Nitumeza hulu kwa muso kuleza wadi project kulimana lutofitafa na kuya haku tofitafa. Ape ni saso sweza ni baba mbana na baba nana sinakana baba science ma community kulikambe kintu ekona ni baba mbapangema campaign a construction kuli bakone kufumana ma project ai akuli babereke sinamolo fumanezi niruna.
There are about 40 projects of a similar nature under sectors such as health, education and agriculture, set to be undertaken during the 2023 CDF financial year. And once these are done, the face of Skongo is surely set to change from using unconducive public structures like this to standardized modern public infrastructure. Zanis, Sikongo District, Western Province.
Still in health news, some schools in Chinsali District in Muchinga Province have relaxed enforcing COVID-19 preventive measures. A check by Zanis in some selected schools found many learners not adhering to the COVID-19 guidelines, especially wearing of face masks. Chinsali District Education Board Secretary Pardon Tesho says that head teachers around the district have been directed to urgently begin strengthening preventive measures in the learning institutions in the wake of the increasing cases of the pandemic in the country. Henry Lumpa Jr. has the details.
In the wake of the re-emergence of increasing COVID-19 cases, for these learners that recently reopened schools in Chinsali District, it is business as usual. A check by Zanis in some schools found learners not adhering to the COVID-19 preventive guidelines, with most of them barely having a face mask on, with minimal hand washing and sanitizing. Chinsali District Education Board Secretary Pardon Tesho stated that head teachers in the district have been directed to strengthen preventive measures, stressing that the disease is still active and deadly.
We have cautioned all the head teachers to be as strict and as active as we were in the first and second phases. We should not take it lightly.
Some teachers have since explained that they are on course with putting up preventive measures as learners are just in their second week of resuming classes.
For the opening of schools, the minister emphasized that we should follow the guidelines. So we've started, though most of the learners, they have no masks.
And Yasheni Primary School head teacher Joseph Chanda has also called on parents and guardians to cooperate with school authorities in sensitizing the learners.
The parents are our partners, so we need to work together when the children are out there at the various places. They should also ensure that children are protected, as we are making sure that they are protected in schools.
Recently, the country and the world at large has seen an increase in the number of COVID-19 cases as well as possible COVID-related deaths. Henry Lumpa Jr., Zanis in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
The Zambia Union of Government and Allied Workers, UG, has partnered with NEU Professionals, an international healthcare recruitment agency, to recruit 200 Zambian nurses to work in the United Kingdom. UG General Secretary John Nsululu says the partnership is meant to supplement government's effort in offering employment to trained personnel in the country. Sande Bwalia now reports.
The Zambia Union of Government and Allied Workers, UG, has partnered with NEU Professionals, an international healthcare recruitment agency, to recruit 200 Zambian nurses to work in the United Kingdom. UG General Secretary John Nsululu says the partnership is meant to supplement government efforts in offering employment to trained health personnel in the country. He said this during the signing of a memorandum of understanding with NEU, a leading recruitment agency in the UK, to recruit Zambian nurses.
We are delighted to announce the Zambia Union of Government and Allied Workers Union partnership with the NEU Professionals Limited, a leading recruitment agency in the United Kingdom for the recruitment of Zambian nurses or nurses in Zambia. Through this partnership, therefore, we will work with the NEU to provide employment opportunities at the National Health Service for Zambian nurses who want to work in the United Kingdom. NEU Professionals Limited is an international health care recruitment agency headquartered in London and specializing in the recruitment of overseas nurses.
NEU Professionals Managing Director Edita Osbeck says the organization decided to recruit Zambian nurses due to their professionalism in the medical field.
Our collaboration with the Zambian government and the union here is to ensure that the recruitment is fully ethical and that also the number of deployed candidates is the right number to ensure that candidates who are currently unemployed in Zambia have the opportunities, and then those that wish to leave and explore something overseas also have this opportunity.
Grateful to be one of the selected under mental health. I would love to thank firstly the neuro professionals for this opportunity. It's going to be very life-changing because I have been doing voluntary nursing for almost 2 years now.
I'm so excited to be given the privilege to join the trust, the Nerve Trust in London. It's such an amazing privilege.
And recruited nurses are excited for the opportunity accorded to them to work in the United Kingdom. For Zanis in Lusaka, I am Sunday Warrior.
The vision of Lusaka City becoming a clean and green garden city is being hampered by the continued piling up of garbage in the capital city. The local authority, which is mandated to manage solid wastes, is blaming traders and the general public for throwing litter in undesignated places in the central business district. Take a look at this report by Jen Simalumba.
This has now become a permanent feature of Lusaka Central Business District. Garbage has continued to pile up, posing a health hazard to the general public. A check by Zanis at City Market found garbage in the Bombay drainage and some of it heaped in the middle lane of Lumumba Road. Lusaka City Council, which is mandated to collect and dispose of the garbage from the CBD, is blaming traders and the general public for allegedly throwing litter in undesignated places.
The local authority is doing its best to ensure that the existing drainage systems within the city are operating properly to avoid overflows. We have got 22 performance contractors who are working hand in hand with our engineers to ensure that the smaller drains are passing well to the bigger drains. The rainwater especially is flowing well from smaller drains to bigger drainage systems like the Bombay drainage system. The problem that we are facing as a local authority is the disposal of wastes. The issue of disposal of waste by the public is much a problem for the local authority because some people have got a tendency of throwing garbage in designated places. They throw garbage in these drains. As a result, they get blocked at the end of the day. This is what we are seeing as overflows in some parts of the city. But then we are on the ground to ensure that there's order and sanity within the city.
However, some traders have admitted to contributing to the garbage piling up, but have urged the local authority to step up in its management of garbage collection. When council workers come to clean this place, they do not collect the garbage there and then. We want the local authority to give us big bins so that we can be throwing garbage. And the general public has called on government to find a lasting solution to this situation.
They are here out in the streets doing their businesses, their daily businesses. When they eat or cut something, they just throw the garbage right there on the side of the road, which is they continue. The street just continue with being dirty because we need the government to look into this issue that they put these guys in the marketplace.
Jane Simalumba Zanis in Lusaka.
In sports news, the Zambia Professional Boxing and Wrestling Control Board has dispelled assertions that the country no longer has boxers that can bring international championship belts. Board chairperson Wamunyima Chingumbe says the country still has boxers that can compete at a global level, contrary to assertions by some sections of society. Chingumbe adds that among the boxers being promoted is female boxer Lina Kasweka, who is promising and has the quality of her predecessor. Catherine Peary. He says others are Patrick Chinyemba, Stephen Zimba, and Elizabeth Peary. Chingumbe says Zambia also participated at the Elite All-African Boxing Championship in Mozambique last year, where 12 boxers represented the country well.
So in the past, it's not really true that we have not produced the champions or international boxers. That we have done. But then, owing to the urgency of COVID-19, so in the year 2020 and the year 2021, we didn't have much of activity as far as boxing is concerned. As you may be aware, boxing is a contact sport. It needs boxers to come in close contact, and because of the COVID-19, so we had a long dry spell where we didn't have boxing activity. Otherwise, in terms of champions, we have champions. Some are even still holding titles for which they have to defend. So now what we are doing right away is to revamp the stables that have been promoting boxing, and just to mention that this weekend we will actually have a boxing tournament, though it will be non-title fights, but it is international because we have boxers that are coming from Malawi and Zimbabwe to come and box our boxers from Zambia.
And on that sporting note, we come to the end of the news, but before we go, a reminder of the top stories. RIA lights up Kalomo district. Mwinlunga Jimbe Road to boost economic trade. Construction of CDF-funded Likaka Health Post in Congo district nears completion. And in sports news, boxing board confident of international wins from Zambian boxers. We end the news just there. You can access these and many other stories on our website, zanis.com.zm. On behalf of the entire production team, my name is Amos Zulu. Enjoy the rest of the programming. Bye-bye.